It's showtime.
Hey, welcome to Did You Watch Survivor Last Night? I'm Jake Chanel. This is a podcast about reality television and friendship, in which I ask my best friend, Thomas Powell, if he did indeed watch a certain reality show. Hey, Thomas, how you doing today?
Jake.
Yes.
I'm good. I'm excited.
For what?
The big game.
The biggest of all the games?
The big game is tonight.
The first game of the XFL?
Don't believe what Songs Ohio told you when they wrote a song called The Big Game is Every Night. It's not every night. The big game is tonight.
Tonight's the night. Who's playing? That's a legitimate question.
I think we all are, and I think we're all going to come out winners at the end.
Hell yeah. I love winning.
I think it's going to be a great game. That's what I'm rooting for. I'm rooting for good commercials, and I'm rooting for a good game.
You know, I used to be all about the commercials, but now I just like big game parties for the snacks. I just like to go for the snacks.
Yeah,
and I'm just
that's what I'm all about. What snacks
funny
would be
and
at the
quirky
party?
like that.
I'm not even looking at the screen.
Snacks.
I'm just staring.
I love
I'm
snacks.
just staring at the snacks. Is that a Chicago?
I'm just staring at the snacks
Chicago
all
mix
day.
Of popcorn? Yes, please.
Absolutely, I love snacks.
Jake, what commercial are you most excited for tonight?
I want to see. Excuse me. I want to see what happened with Mr. Peanut.
Oh yeah, when he got fucking assassinated.
What happened with him? I saw one image, and he was hanging on a branch off a cliff.
He died from autoerotic asphyxiation.
That happens to the best of them.
They don't want to talk about it, but I got the inside scoop there. They didn't want those details to become public.
Big reveal tonight.
Okay, yeah, that's one to be excited about.
What are you most excited about? Yes, please tell me.
Whatever really good fan-submitted Doritos commercial.
I love those all
we get
the
those
time.
every year, and they're always really good.
It's just like, what if I made a commercial? It gives me hope. You know?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it is, yeah, it's empowering to see a commercial that I feel like I could have done.
You know my dad made a Pepsi Zero commercial for one of those, or something, whatever the fuck that beverage is called? Like Diet Pepsi? Is it called Diet Pepsi?
Oh, yeah, the like Pepsi Max or whatever.
Is it called Pepsi Max?
It was at one time. I don't know if it's still called that.
Beverages are stupid.
Pepsi Max was like their Coke Zero competitor, which
that makes sense.
It failed because I'm currently drinking a Coke Zero. So.
That's the reason it failed. My mom made a cake with the Pepsi Max.
Sorry, just getting some ASMR for all the listeners.
Love it. That was
just to make sure
really
I can drive
fun to
away
hear
any of them that have managed to stick around. I think we have too many listeners, and I'm trying to cull the herd.
We really do. Let's get back down to single digits.
Yeah, I want one listener. They will be our only child.
And it will be me.
We have one listen per week, and that's us. That's us.
We have one upload and one download. It's from the same IP address.
That's us inflating our own stats.
Yeah, I do it. It's always fun. It's a good podcast. This is a podcast about Survivor. Thomas, did you watch Survivor Heroes vs. Villains last night?
I think I did.
Can we talk about how fucking good that transition was?
Yes, fantastic.
Thank you. The year of
Speaking
Sandra.
of transitions, you know what else is good?
What?
Heroes vs. Villains.
Yeah, definitely. This episode was called Jumping Ship. What are your thoughts on Jumping Ship as an episode title?
Well, I certainly won't be jumping ship on this season of Survivor anytime soon because it's so good, but the title is...
And also, we'll be done with it in a week.
Yeah, well...
It'd be so kind of dumb to jump ship now.
Yeah, I'm done. They lost me. I watched all of the last 2 seasons of Survivor, but this one, I just couldn't make it to the end.
I just like Survivor to be strenuous and hard to watch.
Yeah, I like it to be dumb, and I like hating it. This is too good.
And I like being sad watching a reality television program.
Yeah, I'm having too much fun watching this one.
Oh, fun. Remember them?
Oh, yeah, tonight. Some Nights, baby. That's
Some
the song
nights
that I
where
like. I like to hear it.
This first
Remember
aired
the part where he does
on...
the spoken word part and then it auto-tunes something that he says when it
Yeah!
auto-tunes the word songs in the spoken word part of it. I love that part.
I love that song.
Such a good song that I like.
I legitimately love that song. I put it on my Best of the Decade playlist. Is the only playlist I listen to now, and every so often it'll come up, and I'm just like, you know what? I like this pop song.
One of the many songs that we love to know and we love to think about and
Yes.
we certainly love to listen to.
Yes, absolutely. This first aired on April 29th, 2010. How old would you have been on April 29th, 2010, Thomas?
I would have been
That's a lot of teens.
40 years old.
Whoa! Wild week.
Just for that day, though.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. I would have been 19.
I had the syndrome from Jack, the Robin Williams movie,
Okay. I've never seen Jack.
where you look like Robin Williams, but you are not Robin. You are a child, or in my case, an 18-year-old, but really a 40-year-old.
We all have been 40 and we have all been 18.
Look, we've all been there.
We've all been to being 40.
Who hasn't had Jack disease?
How many viewers do you think this got, Thomas?
I'm gonna say 12 million.
Jesus
I think
Christ.
holding steady.
12.74 million. You're doing real good on this.
Oh, well, it's getting close to 13, but I'm
It
glad
is
I
getting
stuck
close
with,
to
with
13.
12.
And we are talking about 2 episodes, as this is the off-season. In the winter, just remember that it's getting close to 13 with that number. Rupert is upset with the heroes for trusting Russell. That's fair. He says, I tried to warn them. I'm done.
You should be upset with anyone for trusting Russell.
Yeah, except for Parvati. And...
Parvati doesn't trust him.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
But they stick by each other. Man.
Yeah, but the thing with Parvati is she's waiting for the right time. And it's, the same way that she kept the idol thing from him, which he's very mad about.
Yeah, oh my God.
She knows not to just let him control everything because he'll walk all over you.
She's smart. You said you don't know how Parvati finishes, right? You do know how Russell finishes?
I do not. It's second.
Okay. Russell tells Sandra that he didn't know Parvati had 2 idols. I'm very curious. Like, I think Russell and Parvati are like complete opposites. Like, Parvati is so smart about what information she gives to whom, whereas Russell is like, why are you telling Sandra, the person on the outs of your alliance, the person you're constantly trying to turn on, that your closest ally was lying to you? Like, I don't understand his reasoning behind doing that. No?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he gets a little cocky. Parvati mentions that he needs to have control, and I really do think that he
Oh yeah.
maybe that plays into it. It's just the idea that he controls where information goes. That's the power that he has.
Yes. He then questions Parvati about the second idol and is a big whiny baby about it.
I love what a baby he is the minute everyone doesn't do what he wants them to do.
He is.
He's a great villain because
He really is.
He is smart and conniving, but he's also a big whiny baby.
He really is. I literally wrote in my notes, Russell's a big whiny baby.
Yeah, he's like a petulant guy when things don't go his way.
In a talking head, Parvati seems upset that she scared Russell with her idol play, but then she admits that she kind of wanted to scare him. It's just good.
Yep.
It's good. Parvati.
Love Parvati.
She's back. 10 days until we see Parvati again.
To watch what she does.
Yeah. Parvati, literally almost half of the villains tribe is on this next season. Tyson, Rob, Parvati, and Sandra are all going to be on next season. And you know how many villains? 4. We just established that. You know how many heroes?
How many?
I believe 0. Right? So
Isn't Colby?
Colby's never won.
Oh, at 1. Okay, I thought you were saying that was going to be on the next season.
Winners at War. You know, hey Thomas.
Did you
know that next season everybody won?
At one point. No, I was thinking. Isn't Ethan going to be on there? I got
Ethan is going to. Yeah, that's fair. They're 2 good dudes from the early days. I feel
who won Colby's season?
Tina
He didn't win.
Tina won. She's not going to be on the season, and people are mad about it. Where were we? Amanda and Rupert make a plan to infiltrate the villains and figure out their plan. I liked this. I feel like we get to see a lot more like preemptive defensive moves in this season as opposed to like modern seasons. Like I don't feel like we see things like that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Okay. Candace and Russell chat, and Russell tries to pull her in because he's worried that Sandra is going to flip. I don't know. I feel like we don't see plans like this so clearly laid out in modern seasons. It's like, I don't know. Kind of just, where's the idol hidden now? You know? Like, where's the idol hidden now? Yeah, pretty much.
I feel like it is more like a scramble at the end.
Yeah. It's like, I like seeing the reasoning that anyone is doing anything.
Sure.
I feel like we don't get that as much anymore. Remember Julia from Edge of Extinction?
Sure. Great player.
Yeah, but what was she ever doing? We don't know. We don't know. Anyway, I should run Survivor. Jeff, listen to me.
Make it happen.
Email me. Jet ski over to my house. I live on the water. At the reward challenge, it's called Survivor Shuffle, and they play shuffleboard on a world map. It's very good. The winners get to watch Treasure Island in Robert Louis Stevenson's home. What were your thoughts on this reward?
What a fucking garbage reward that was.
You didn't love it? Why did you not love watching the old movie?
They all had to sit in a big bed together and watch like a not very good movie.
What movie would you want to watch? But remember, you need to watch it in someone's home who wrote the book that the movie is based on.
Muppet Treasure Island.
Hell yeah! You're going to Kermit the Frog's house.
No, Robert Louis Stevenson's house, but it's Muppet Treasure Island because it's based off of that. Yeah, no, my first thought was, man, they're not even going to watch Muppet Treasure Island?
Or they could
watch, my second choice there, Treasure Planet. A movie I've never seen, but it is also based off of that.
I know that movie by name.
It is a Disney movie.
Okay.
It was one of the Disney animated movies that was not particularly successful. And the one thing that I remember about it more than anything else is that the guy from the Goo Goo Dolls did the soundtrack for it.
He's Disney's...
They were like, Elton John did The Lion King, and people really like that, so I'm going to do... We're going to get Johnny Resnick to do this.
It's like, what's that movie? The Social Network and Trent Reznor.
Oh, yeah, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross.
Atticus Ross, I could not remember his name.
Yep.
I did nearly call him
They just did a soundtrack for something else. I'm trying to remember what it was.
The Social Network 2.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
How did you not know that they came out with the second one? This one's all about the impeachment, am I right?
Yeah.
It's good. This was a fun reward.
Oh, he did it for the Watchmen TV show. That's what it was.
Oh, I've not watched that. Who watches the Watchmen? Not me.
Yeah, not me either.
They have a fun game of shuffleboard, and Colby makes the winning shot. Colby's a real hero. I love Colby. He wins with Amanda and Danielle, and they go sit on a big bed together and watch Treasure Island. Amanda is searching for a clue, but Danielle finds it in the popcorn. Amanda questions her and then takes it. And at one point, Colby has to get up and pause the movie.
Yep.
It's good. Because Colby loves Treasure Island.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to miss a moment of this exciting action.
It's a good movie. It's, I've actually never seen it, I don't think. Have you ever seen Treasure Island? Not Muppet Treasure Island. Not Muppet Treasure Island, Thomas.
Well,
the real Treasure Island.
I don't like the framing of this question.
Why?
Because I want to be able to say I've seen Muppet Treasure Island.
You're allowed to say that. You can say whatever you want.
Right. Well, no, then.
Okay, that's fine. Have you seen Muppet Treasure Island?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, I have.
It's a good movie.
I believe I saw it in the theater.
Oh, fun. When they ask Colby for his opinion on the situation, he says, I didn't even see what happened. I was watching Treasure Island.
He was engrossed.
It's a good movie! He eventually tells Amanda to give it back, and then she does. weird situation. Back at camp, Danielle tells the rest of the villains what happened, and she shares the clue with them, and they all go looking for it. Russell finds it, but doesn't tell anybody until he goes and talks to Candace, and he shows her the idol to get her to trust him. It's a classic move. People do it all the time. Sandra, meanwhile, tells Colby everything. Or, as I wrote in my notes, Sandra, meanwhile, tells everything. Okay. She then goes back to...
It was fun. It was fun watching Sandra,
be good at this game.
Yeah, be really good. Do stuff that would get anyone else voted out, but just do it very deftly.
Yeah. She then goes back to Russell and assures him that she's not working with the heroes and says Colby has no personality. Colby's got a huge personality. He loves Treasure Island, and he loves Tina Wesson, his mom.
Yep.
Russell tells her that their side has 6 votes now. So then Sandra goes back to Rupert and tells him the plan. It's good stuff. At the Immunity Challenge, they have to build a house of cards, and Jerry wins. Good for Jerry. First time ever she won. Immunity. Isn't that exciting?
Yeah,
3
good
seasons.
for her.
Proud of Jerry. At camp, Sandra says she's voting for Russell as revenge for Courtney, Rob, Tyson, and Coach, who she says she doesn't even care about. I love Sandra so much. She's so funny. Russell targets Amanda, and Candace agrees to vote with them. All the heroes agree to vote for Russell until they realize that the villains probably know they're voting for Russell, so they target Parvati instead. Ho, ho, ho. What great game players the heroes are. Sandra and Candace are the swing votes, so Sandra talks to Candace before Tribal Council and just says, "Tell me who you want out, please." This is why she's the best. That's a great move. It's like, hey, we're in this situation. I'll do whatever needs to be done to get somebody out of here. And it's up to you. It's you making the decision, but in reality, it's her making the decision. It's her making decision. That's right. At Tribal Council, Russell says there's no point in any villain jumping ship. That's the episode title. The heroes assume Danielle has the idol. They vote. Russell places the idol for it himself and then receives 0 votes.
That was nice to see.
Yeah, bud. Yeah, that's he's done that more than once. Is this when Parvati looks back at him and goes, "You wasted one"?
Yep.
It's good. Parvati gets 3 votes. Amanda gets 6 votes. So Amanda's out. Good stuff. This episode, remember the last episode? It's called Jumping Ship. This one's called A Sinking Ship. What'd you think of that? Pretty good stuff, huh?
It was good. I also appreciated that we watched 3 episodes this week instead of 2.
Buddy, again, not how it works. You know that's not how it works. That's not accurate. First aired May 6th, 2010. Had you gotten over your being 40 at this point?
Yeah, I was 18 again.
Okay. I would have been 19 years old on that date. How many viewers do you think this got? Remember, last one got 12.74, almost 13 million. How many do you think this one got?
13 million.
13.06 million.
Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah. Do you think you can round it out? You can shut it down by the end of the episode next week?
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, next season, whatever. At camp, Jerry is ready to vote out Candace. Since they don't need her anymore, Rupert and Colby are mad at Candace, and Rupert says there are no other heroes other than the 2 of them.
Yeah.
They really are great representatives for the survivor hero, though. You know what I mean? Like, who else?
Yeah.
Who else is a hero? No one. Rupert and Colby, the only true heroes. Rupert calls out Russell in hopes of the other villains realizing that he's a bad guy. He's a teen mentor or something, right? Rupert? Or like a childhood...
Something like that. Yeah.
I feel like Rupert's whole thing with Russell is like trying to prove to everybody that he's a bad guy. He's been doing this all season. And like no one cares. Like everybody's like, yeah, we know. It's fine.
The thing is, though, is like people don't know though. Like people are willing to like the thing with it being like the point that Rupert keeps trying to make is like you shouldn't like. There's only like one or two people that have actually benefited from Russell at this point. And he's like, just you shouldn't trust him. Like you should try to get him out. And everyone's like, oh, I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
How bad could he be? I mean, this is like 2 weeks after. This is only a couple tribal councils after JT's stupid fucking plan. So yeah, no, people don't know because the heroes hinged an entire plot on giving him an idol so that he would come around to their side.
Yeah, it's just amazing how they're outplayed at every move.
Yeah,
it's deception wins you the game. Except,
well, yeah, the heroes are just gullible too.
I'm trying to think who the last villainous winner was. I think it was probably Tony. But people love Tony now. He's legendary.
He is of legend.
He is in Survivor. People love Tony. Llama noises, remember? He does llama noises.
Yeah. Who could forget?
Oh man, you only saw Tony for one episode, right? For Game Changers.
He got eliminated immediately.
Yeah, I think he was first out. Because he was insane. He just ran into the jungle and announced, I'm looking for an idol now. But no, don't do that. But he's going to be back. I'm so excited for you to see Tony. You're going to hate him so much.
It would be really funny if he immediately got eliminated again.
It would be very good. 2 weeks, less than. At the immunity challenge, they have to raise their hands that's attached to a bucket. It's a classic challenge. Parvati wins, and Rupert assumes that he is getting voted out. And then Jeff reads everybody a clue to the idol. Why did he read it out loud? Were they like, the heroes need a chance to get an idol too?
I guess so.
Okay. Sure. Hey, bud, you fucked up the first one we gave you, so here, let's try again. Back at camp, Sandra finds the idol. Rupert, however, puts a rock in his pocket as a fake idol, and Russell falls for it. This guy, he's so gullible.
That was great. That was great with him doing something like that easy. Just something that basic, and Russell being like, I know what it looks like in a pocket.
Right, and also, no you don't. Idols are different every season.
Yeah.
James had 2 idols in his season that were the size of a record. That's not... Russell... I don't know. The plan is to vote for Colby or Rupert, but Jerry still wants Candace out. Big episode for Jerry.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, I'm interested to see where she ends up in all this.
What's your guess?
We've got 6 people left? 7?
After this episode, Russell, Sandra, Parv. Danielle's out now after this.
Yep.
Colby, Rupert. Who am I forgetting? No, it can't be Final 5 already. Who am I forgetting? Colby and Rupert are the only heroes left. Sandra.
Did you say Jerry?
Yeah, 5 minutes ago before I started listing people.
I'll say that she finishes 5th.
Okay. What?
Or wait a minute, doesn't Colby finish 5th? I'm gonna say she finishes 4th.
Okay. What is your final placement for the final 6 people?
I think Rupert has gone next.
Okay.
I think Rupert is 6th. Colby is 5th. Jerry is 4th. Parvati's 3rd. Russell is 2nd. Sandra's 1st.
Who's voting for Russell in the finals?
That is a good question. I think Coach will vote for him.
Interesting.
I think Jerry will vote for him.
Okay.
I could see Boston Rob voting for him as a weird grudging respect kind of thing.
Sure.
And then
is
I think
Rob on the jury? When did Boston Rob get
Oh,
voted
no,
out?
he's not. He went out before the jury. Yeah, never mind. So I'll say two people. I don't think that many people are going to vote for Russell. I'll say Danielle votes for Parvati, so she gets one.
Okay.
And then I'll say everybody else votes for Sandra.
So it's what, like 7-2-1?
Yes.
Okay. I don't remember exactly how the vote ends up, but we'll see next week. Russell says at Tribal Council that the general consensus is to vote out Rupert, and then Colby and Rupert agreed to vote for Candace. They vote, Rupert gets 3 votes, Candace gets 5. You know, I love just a straight-up Tribal Council like this. Like, this is who everybody's voting for. Here we go. It's good. We need more of it. I don't need a Blindside every time.
No.
If I wanted to watch a Blindside every time, I'd have the DVD Blindside with Sandra Bullock.
Actually, you know what? Thinking about this, I think the final 3 that makes more sense is Jerry at 3 and Russell turning on Parvati with Jerry to get her out at 4.
Parvati at 4, Jerry at...
Parvati being eliminated before the final 3 makes more sense, because I think she'd actually be a contender to win, and if Russell finishes second, like, I don't think she can be a part of that final 3.
Okay.
So I'll say that no one votes for Jerry.
I would vote for Jerry. I love Jerry.
Maybe Coach would vote for Jerry, but I think
Coach 100% would vote for Jerry. He'd do a lot of things for Jerry, I'm sure.
But he won't do that.
He will not do that. He will not vote for her to win. He would, actually. You're probably right. Colby says he's proud of how he's played and asks if the villains can say the same. Shut the fuck up, Colby. Nobody cares about your righteousness. I don't know why he suddenly turned on Colby like that. I like Colby.
Yeah, he's fine.
Russell is worried that Parvati has control in the game. And he doesn't like that. He wants to have control. They have an immunity challenge. They have to find some pegs and then go through a maze with the pegs and then climb a ladder with the pegs and then do a puzzle. And Russell wins. Hurrah. Do you like Russell? Like, just straight up yes
vacillate.
or no?
I kind of like him as a character, but I also find him kind of annoying.
Yes, same. I like seeing how well all of his plans work is very exciting and fun. But him as a person, I hate him so much. Like, the way he talks and, like, belittles people who are on his side.
I think especially right around this tribal council is when I was like, man, Russell's a real dick.
Yeah, he sucks. Parvati targets Rupert, but Russell wants to break up Parvati and Danielle. Man, this was the moment when I was like, actually, I don't like Russell.
Yeah, I feel the same way. This was really bad. Like, this was just bullying.
Yeah, I, watched this when it first aired, you know? This was, the first season I watched front to back after getting back into Survivor. And I was like, Russell's fascinating. I love it. And now, watching it today, having learned more about people and the world, actually, Russell's a bad dude. Yeah. I do not like that guy. I understand why he wants to break up that alliance, though. It makes a lot of sense. But the way he goes about it is gross.
He's a villain. He does what it takes to get what he wants.
Yeah. Russell tells Danielle not to trust Parvati, and then he tells Parvati that Danielle told him that she was planning to take out Parvati at 4 or 5, and Parvati just says, why would she do that?
It's great. Parvati is the absolute worst person to try this on.
Right? I love the relationship between Parvati and Russell. He thinks he's so much smarter than her. He's so obviously not.
She is significantly smarter than he is.
She's just so much smarter and more tactful, and that's why she's won the game, and Russell has not.
Yeah.
Russell freaks out when Parvati mentions that she wants to talk to Danielle. What a stupid baby. Parvati and Danielle make sure that Jerry is voting with them. Russell tells her to vote for Danielle, otherwise she'll be next. Shut up, oh my god. Do you want to hear about some wildlife shit?
I would love to.
Okay. There's a crab. There's a couple birds. We've got a spider, lizard, bat, butterfly, and another spider apparently. And also, I think we've talked about these boys before, but why not again? Humpback whales. Remember humpback whales?
How could I forget?
They're good. They're 12 to 16 feet long, and they weigh 25 to 30 tons. Do you know the difference between a metric ton and a short ton?
A metric ton is they measure it in centimeters, and a short ton is in inches.
Okay. Males produce a song that can be heard. And it is anywhere between 10 and 20 minutes long. They repeat it for hours on end. Every male in the group does the same song, and the song is different each season. And also, its purpose is not known. They mention that they don't know the reason for this song several times in the Wikipedia article. They're like, you guys, we don't know. It might be for mating. It might also be a challenge to other whales. It's like, it can't be that hard to figure out, can it? Apparently it is. They migrate 16,000 miles every year. They live anywhere from 45 to 100 years. They are friendly and protect other species, and their blowhole is nearly, guess how wide?
2 inches.
No.
40 feet.
10 feet wide.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. At Tribal Council, Russell admits that he was testing loyalty. Why didn't they just vote him out right now?
Yeah, really.
Danielle says that she is closer to poverty than Russell thinks, and that... whatever. They vote. Rupert gets 3 votes, Danielle gets 4. So that's it. Danielle's out. And next week is the last 2 episodes of Heroes vs. Villains. How are you feeling on the season overall? Where do you rank it,
Great.
Thomas?
I would say that it is... I wish I could have seen it while it was airing. Because if I saw it while it was airing, it would probably be my favorite season of all time.
For sure.
If I didn't know what was going to happen. And I really enjoy it watching it after the fact, knowing what's going to happen. Like, it's still absolutely really good. But if I had the suspense of not knowing what was going to happen, I think this would really be the best season I'd ever seen.
Definitely. It often ranks as top 1 or 2. And, like, the only reason it's not number 1 on most lists is, like, well, I mean, best one's got to be Borneo. You got to make the first season the best season.
I mean, you don't have to.
You gotta.
I don't really count the first season with the other seasons of Survivor because it is a completely different thing.
It is. I do like seeing it. I would rank it high though.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, if you have to rank it, I just wouldn't put it number 1.
You gotta make it number 1. Let's rank the seasons, Thomas.
No, let's not. And also, I think that it should be in its own category. It's like the first season of The Real World. They didn't know what it was yet.
True. Best season, Heroes vs. Villains. Worst season, I don't know, The Idols. What? I
think Triple H is worse.
What?
I think Triple H is worse.
I didn't enjoy Triple H, but like also it was time to play the game, so that was fun.
That's a good point.
And also, it wasn't. I didn't have to begrudgingly watch it and be sad the whole time.
Sure, yeah.
I was, but I didn't have to be. You know what I mean? Like I'm never gonna go back and watch Triple H again. But if I did for any reason, I would. Let me rephrase it. I would sooner go back and rewatch Triple H. It's time to play the game before Island of the Idols. I don't ever want to watch that season again.
I would never go back and watch either of them, so I think that point is moot. Couldn't fucking pay me to do
That's
it.
That's fair. I will not be paying you for this podcast, because I haven't ever, and I'm not about to start.
Yep.
Because you hate Triple H.
Podcast is nothing if not consistent.
Yes. Triple H, bad, but Ben's coming back in 10 days. So, that's good. We love Ben. Benjamin Driebergen. You know what? Actually, I think Triple H suffered from poor editing because I've been watching like compilations of how people like won their games on YouTube, and I watched Ben's. Like, there's a really good story there that they could have told, and they just did it. Like the sad veteran who's dealing with PTSD. Yeah, we should probably be talking about that more. But instead, it's like, look at all these idols that Ben's playing. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's interesting when Russell plays an idol because, one, he fucks up a lot and it's really funny. And two, you know who this dude is. Like, there's a character there. And there was no story, I feel like, with Triple H. And that's why we don't like it. Best season since we've started this podcast. What do you think?
I think it's still Second Chance.
Really?
Yeah, I think the first one was the best. We've had some good seasons, but I think that really is the best one.
It's very good. I'm wondering how they're going to, like, what they're going to pull from is, like, production inspiration. Like, will they pull more from Heroes vs. Villains, or Second Chance, or All Stars, or Game Changers? I forgot about that one.
That would be unfortunate if they tried to emulate Game Changers. I would say probably Millennials versus Gen X is the next best one that we've seen.
Really, over David versus Goliath?
Yes. David versus Goliath is very good, though.
I really like that one. And the 30s were so weird because some of the best seasons of all time, and also a lot of the worst seasons of all time.
Yeah, I feel like there were no middling seasons.
Right. And maybe Ghost Island is like the most in the middle season. Like, it's fun. Like, I liked it for what it was. I thought it was a cool concept, but it didn't like exceed. I don't know. It wasn't like incredible, but it also wasn't bad. Yeah. Triple H bad. I don't know. It was bad. Edge bad. Looking back, Edge was kind of silly and fun.
Yeah.
I like looking back at Edge and being like, what the fuck was this?
Yeah, it really was like they didn't know what they were doing.
It's like, now that we're far enough away from it, I can look back and enjoy it for what it was.
Yeah, it was a miscalculation, but they were going for something.
Yeah, they really were. Chrissy from Triple H said when that season was airing that she thought this was a test for Winners at War. And she was right. So, that's interesting. Anyway, I used the hashtag, we're almost through the year of Sandra. Use the hashtag YawsQueen for the year of Sandra on all the social media. 3 of the 4 in. That's all I have to say. Every season that Sandra has ever been on, we're watching it this year. Follow us on Twitter at DYWSON. Follow me at Jake Scheidel on Twitter.
Follow me at TomNotTom.
You can review us on Apple Podcasts. Thomas.
5 stars only, please.
5 stars only. Give us that boilerplate review one more time. It's been a while since we've said it aloud. We need more reviews, because that's how you get to the top of the Hot Pops.
Yeah, okay, so you say this is what you write. This is my favorite podcast. I like it better than all of the other podcasts. I give it a big thumbs up.
Ding.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I don't think we have that much of a reach. I don't know if we have any listeners that live in Iowa, but if you live in Iowa, Monday, go out there, caucus for Bernie Sanders.
Monday. Vote for Bernie Sanders.
Caucus for Bernie Sanders. Let's do this shit.
I'm wearing a Bernie Sanders 2016 shirt right now.
Hell yeah, baby. And I think that's all the business that's fit to print. That classic saying.
Absolutely. Have a great summer.
Deuces.
I wish you could swim like the dolphins
coming up, baby. You watching the bowl tonight? The big one? The big one? Okay. Wait, welcome to... Okay.
I haven't started recording yet.
Okay.
I have now.
Okay.
The guns have shot up our heads, and we kissed as though nothing could fall. And the shame was on the other side. We can beat them forever and ever. But we can be heroes just one day. We can be heroes. We can be heroes. We can be heroes. We can be heroes just one day.
Glad to hear it.